cultivating your craft. One blog about a thing. Maybe two things. In order to develop the following, your blog can't be Seinfeld, as great as that may be. It needs to be about something in particular. It needs to be searchable. It needs to appeal to certain demographics. If you have a great life story, it can be a memoir, but it has to be a great life story. You just have to actually have something to say. Advertisers won't know what to do with your blog if you don't have something definable about it. What kind of people do you reach? What's the appeal? So whether you're blogging about being a mom, starting your own business, or being a paparazzo in LA, make it your thing if for no other reason than the inevitable piles of money you'll be raking in. To establish credibility and a niche. We've kinda drilled home the have a niche part, haven't we? Well, it deserves repeating. On the proverbial wheel that is the blog, have it spoke to yourself. Have something you do so well and so uniquely that the competition isn't really there. And as for credibility, there are a few ways to establish that. Time. It sucks, but with longevity comes wisdom and reputation. Never steal anybody else's content. Even if you're inspired by someone else, give them credit. They may respond in kind. Do your research. Think of it like writing for a newspaper. You want to fact check as much as possible. You want to make sure you have all sides of the story. So before you go spouting off about how Kim Kardashian used to be a man, have a quick chat with Google. It'll pay off. To establish credibility and a niche. We've kinda drilled home the have a niche part, haven't we? Well, it deserves repeating. On the proverbial wheel that is the blog, have it spoke to yourself. Have something you do so well and so uniquely that the competition isn't really there. And as for credibility, there are a few ways to establish that. Time. It sucks, but with longevity comes wisdom and reputation. Never steal anybody else's content. Even if you're inspired by someone else, give them credit. They may respond in kind. Do your research. Think of it like writing for a newspaper. You want to fact check as much as possible. You want to make sure you have all sides of the story. So before you go spouting off about how Kim Kardashian used to be a man, have a quick chat with Google. It'll pay off. 3. Give out your URL like candy. If you've gone through this list and tipped them all off, you are now a valuable member of some blogging community. Now within that community, start linking to your blog like you throw a handful of glittery confetti. Get it everywhere. Make friends. Get involved. And when you link on theirs, they'll link on yours, and the symbiotic relationships will bloom. So when Marge has a recipe up for salted caramel bonbons and you have a recipe for caramel salted bonbons, hit Marge up. Comment on her blog and say, "Marge, I love your stuff as usual. I made these last week and wanted to mix it up, so I made my own caramel salted bonbons. You should check it out here and let me know what you think." How could Marge resist? For put some blood and sweat into it. The blogs that make money are by people who work on them 30, 40 hours a week. It's easy to think being a blogger means sitting at home in your PJs waiting for creativity to strike. Oh no, 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 young Padawan. It's taking pictures, processing them, writing notes, writing posts, editing posts, dealing with emails, processing mail, all in addition to finding inspiration. It's really just office work under the thin veil of homemade lattes and 2 p.m. yoga classes. 3. And that's just the half of it. Eventually there will be dealing with ads, sponsors, lawyers, agents, Stoker White fans, hopefully book signings, giving talks, and the inevitable technical issues and papal snafus. Remember when we said you could quit your day job eventually? Well, that time is coming up shortly. 5. Take a class. Blogging isn't exactly the rarest of hobbies. You can actually take classes on it at community colleges and the like. You may feel like it's something you can't just feel out, but if you want to make money, it's good to know all there is out there to know. So take a class. You'll get into design, maybe even some HTML or CSS, and understand just how the marketing side works. You're investing in yourself, really. This is a hot topic in non-traditional adult classes. You don't have to enroll in school again. Check out your local community center or some of the smaller educational institutions in your area, or even private seminars or workshops. Who knows? Maybe one day the person giving the seminar will be you. 6. Create a media kit. We're finally getting the meat of the issue, making money. Since it won't just magically appear in your lap overnight, you gotta create the media kit to let advertisers know just who and what they're dealing with. It's basically putting you into a nutshell and telling them succinctly why they should be paying you money. Your business card, if you will. Here's what you need to include: for blog name, address, and tagline, brief description of your purpose /niche and the author's your target audience and follower counts, everything from Twitter to LinkedIn to email subscribers, significant rankings, press mentions, awards, contact info, advertising options, more about this, and what to charge. Next, keep it short and sweet, but don't be afraid to brag a little. You are selling yourself, after all. Routinely update it and use others' kits to emulate, if need be. 7. Promote your blog. It's the step right before making money. Do a good job promoting and the followers will start growing like weeds. And, of course, with more followers, it's way easier to sell ads. Here are a few ideas. Tweet and Facebook your blog posts. Attack social media with a vengeance. Use StumbleUpon. It has millions of users that are just looking for topical, interesting content. Submit your site and you could be the next gem they find. Create an RSS feed. Then each time you post something new, your followers will be automatically alerted. Pinterest, Google+, Dip, and Reddit are all great sites to think about using to promote your goods. 2.